Hi, third graders. So, as you know, today is Earth Day. It is a day that we celebrate the earth and all of the wonderful things that the earth gives us and provides us with. And so, I'm going to honor that by reading a book to you called I Am Earth. And I want you to be thinking a little bit about how you can help care for our earth because Earth Day is a really good day to think about that. Though we should always be thinking about how we can care for the earth, it's a good day to remember how important that is and to start putting some things into practice more that you can do to care for the earth more. So, I Am Earth, written by Rebecca and James McDonald. I am Earth. You live on me. On the inside, I am very hot. On the outside, I'm the perfect temperature for life. Move this so it's easier to read. There we go. I travel around the sun and keep you warm. As I spin, day turns to night and night turns to day. So, the reason why we have day and night is because the earth is constantly spinning. And so when it's spinning towards the sun, it's daytime, and when it's away from the sun, it's nighttime. So you can see easily right here. This half of the world is experiencing nighttime while this half of the world is experiencing daytime. When I tilt away from the sun, it becomes fall and winter. So the fact that the earth tilts, that's what causes us to have the seasons. So you might be surprised to know that the earth is not straight up and down. It actually is tilted slightly like this. And so when you are on the part of the earth that's tilted away from the sun, it's the colder months, fall and winter. And when you are towards on the part of the earth that's tilted towards the sun, it's the warmer seasons, spring and summer. When I tilt toward the sun, it becomes spring and summer. The sun is so big that it holds me and 7 other planets in space with its gravity. Together with moons, comets, asteroids, and other space objects, we make a solar system. Just like the sun, I have gravity. My gravity keeps the moon circling around me and holds you to the ground. Gravity keeps the air you breathe and the water you drink from drifting into space. Without gravity, things would just float away. When you see me from space, I look blue, green, brown, and white. So if you were an astronaut and you were in a spaceship and you had a chance to look out down onto the earth from outer space, that is kind of what it would look like. Of course, without the eyes and the face. But that's why we know what the earth looks like from space because we've sent astronauts there before. We send satellites up there to take pictures of the earth. And so you have an idea of what the earth looks like from outer space. The blue is the water that covers me. The green and brown are the land which you live on. And the white is from the clouds and snow. So I actually encourage you to Google a picture of the earth. And you can easily see pictures that have been taken of the earth from outer space. You'll see white, you'll see areas of green and brown and blue, and that's what all those parts are. Clouds drop water on the land below. And when it gets cold, the clouds drop snowflakes, dusting everything white. Rain and snow fill up the lakes and rivers. Living thing sorry. Rain and snow fill up the lakes and rivers, giving all living things water to drink. Even the food you eat is grown in my rich brown soil. I'm very unique, just like you. I have all the right things to keep you healthy and safe, like clean air, water, and food. I'm not too hot and not too cold, and I hold you close so you won't float away. But you have to help me by keeping me healthy and clean. So, you might be wondering what the statement means that I'm not too hot and not too cold. Because I'm sure you think, well, yeah, there's many days where it's very, very hot outside, and then there's many days on Earth where it's very cold outside. But that hot and cold temperatures that we experience, they're still livable temperatures. We can still go out in those cold temperatures and in those hot temperatures. We can live on them. All of the other planets in our solar system are not the right temperature for life. So, aside from many other reasons why we couldn't live on those planets, one of the big reasons that we couldn't live on another planet is that the temperature on that planet is not the right temperature for living. So, the planets that are closer to the sun than us would be way too hot to live on. So, Mercury and Venus are two planets that are closer to the sun than we are. They're way too hot to live on. They're too close to the sun, and we would not be able to survive that close to the sun. Um, the planet right after us is Mars. And I know many of you have probably heard that people have talked about whether someday we could live on Mars. Mars is colder than the Earth because it's further away from the sun, but the temperature on Mars is potentially still livable because it's not too cold. When you get past Mars, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter is next. Jupiter is a planet made of gas. You couldn't even stand on it. It doesn't have any land, so you certainly couldn't live on it. And all of the other planets after that are also made of gas, and you could not live on them. So Earth is the best planet for life, and we need to take care of it. Because if I get sick, the air gets sick, and the water gets sick, and the ground gets sick, and that's not good for anyone. Right now, I am the only planet you can live on. If we work together, we can keep me the best place to live. Here are some things you can do to help the Earth be the best it can be. Recycle. Find out what can be recycled and start recycling. Don't litter. Put garbage in garbage cans. Reuse. Use things more than once if you can, like paper bags and glass jars. Save energy. Turn off the lights when you don't need them. Don't waste water. Even though there's lots of water on the earth, there's only a small amount that we can actually drink. So let's not waste it. So going over some of the things here that you can do to protect the earth. Hopefully many of your families already recycle. So plastic, metal cans, glass bottles, those things can all be recycled. And oftentimes you probably have a recycling bin that has been provided to you from the city where you can put all of your recyclables in. And we make sure that we do this at our house so that we can help do our part to take care of the earth. I'm sorry, boys and girls. Somebody knocked on my door and the dogs are going crazy. I apologize for that. Life at home. Okay, so don't litter. Obviously, you know this is so important. Don't ever throw garbage on the ground. It's gross. It makes the earth dirty, and it causes pollution, and it's just it's not good for the earth. It's not good for the animals that live on the earth who may get into it. And so it's really important that you put your garbage in garbage cans. Reuse. So try to reuse things more than once, like paper bags and glass jars. I know, like, whenever we get grocery bags from the grocery store, we save them. We keep them in the pantry, and we reuse them for lots of different things. So We'll reuse them. We'll put them at the bottom of like our bathroom garbage cans. We'll line our bathroom garbage cans with them. Sometimes we'll use them like if I need to give something to someone, like let's say I'm going to give some of Gianna's old clothes away to a friend who has a little girl who could use them. I might put them in our grocery bag and then give them to my friend so she can have them. There's so many different uses for plastic bags and things like that. Glass jars you can use for projects. You can put things in them. You can put coins in them, pens, reuse them for lots of different things. Okay, save energy. So turn off the lights when you don't need them. This is a big one. If you're going to leave a room, turn off the light. You don't need to leave it on if you're not in there. And don't waste water. So if you're brushing your teeth, while you're brushing your teeth, turn the faucet off and wait till you're done before you turn the water back on. If you're washing dishes, while you're scrubbing the dish, turn the water off and then turn it back on to rinse it off. So don't waste water. Now, can you think of other ways to help the earth stay a happy, healthy home? And remember to tell all of your family and friends so they can help too. So that would be something, if you're looking for something to do today on Earth Day, that you could do a little bit of research. And you'd have to ask for permission, of course, before you do searches on Google. But it may be something to look into. As a kid, how can I help care for the earth? Is there something I can do in my own home to do my part to help care for the earth? Something that you're not already doing. There's other different ways that you can care for the earth that this book hasn't shared that you may even find online. For example, sometimes people create like a compost bin in their backyard with like old peels from fruits and vegetables and things, and it actually creates like a fertilizer that they can use in their grass. So that's like a cool project that may be worth looking into. But of course, before you do anything, get permission. And if you have any other cool ideas on how we can protect the earth, share them with the class. Bye, boys and girls.